these comments from the Republican presidential candidate came when he was on a stage surrounded by many of his supporters. It was a campaign event in South Carolina on Saturday night. He was doing a wide-ranging speech, and this was part of it. In the middle of it, he started recounting a story of a time when he had a meeting with a number of NATO leaders. Now, NATO is, of course, the Western military alliance, which the US and a number of European nations are a part of. It came about after World War II. And Donald Trump says that he was in this meeting and he was asked by some of those NATO countries if the US would offer protection if there was a Russian invasion. Donald Trump says that he told them that the US would not offer protection to any of those NATO countries that weren't paying their fair share, and went even further as saying that he would encourage Moscow to do what they want with these member states who aren't paying their way. It's an agreement of the NATO countries that each of them should be paying about 2% of their GDP towards military expenditure, but a number of those countries actually fall a little below that. So that's what he's referencing there. Of course, this was a campaign event. The language was loose and it was colourful. Let's take a listen.
And one of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
So what's the reaction been to those comments in Europe?
Well, as you can imagine, Michael, the reaction was swift and it was strong. We heard from the NATO Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, who said that comments like this put the security of the entire region at risk, including European and American soldiers. The guiding principle of NATO is that an attack against any member state is an attack against the Union. So you had many leaders from Poland, from Germany, the EU Council President, Charles Michel, saying that comments like this undermine security in the entire region. Some other leaders saying that these sorts of comments work and serve only the Russian President, Vladimir Putin. Of course, the Russia-Ukraine war going on and these security threats are very real in this part of the world almost immediately as well. We heard from a White House spokesperson who described Trump's comments as appalling and unhinged. Of course, this was a campaign event. Whether Trump would act on this, and it's also difficult to fact check just how true it was, those claims that he was making, but certainly comments that put a lot of countries on edge.
Yes, they would have indeed. Isabella Higgins, thank you.